Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this right here is gonna be my portfolio. I'm just gonna make sure that if you guys can see this so I can log in.
How about?
So let me can you guys see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So far, damn, that shit went okay, so it was up 8,000 yesterday, now it went down to 6,000 because I guess because it's Sunday, everything resets. But pretty much overall on the month I was up 8,000. And Brian, I sent you a screenshot about it. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but since it's Sunday and the month just started, brand new month, I guess it just for some reason it got reset, but it's fine. So far in the month, I made $8,000. It was close to 9,000. To be completely honest, I was gonna end up the month at 13,000, but it is what it is. So this right here are gonna be the tickers that I'm trading. So I don't trade shares, I don't trade futures, I don't do crypto, I don't do forex, I don't do none of that because to be honest, they're a little bit risky. I mean, this is risky as well, but at the same time, everything is a mathematical equation and a mathematical formula, so you guys cannot lose money at the end of the day. And I'll show you what that means. So far in the video, I'm up 88%. GH, I'm up 35% in one day. Forum, I'm up 21%. Uh, GRAL, I'm up 18%. And that's the thing with the stock market. Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
With the stock market itself, a lot of people tend to say that you can only generate from 8 to 12% every 12 months, which is true, but that's if you only invest in the S&P 500, which is what 90% of investors do. Now, you do not want 8 to 12% every 12 months because at the end of the day, that's nothing. Why am I showing you this? Because this is my portfolio on the S&P 500. I have investing on the S&P 500 for the past 3 years, and so far I got a 20% return on the stock market with the S&P 500, which is fucking shit. And 20% on all of that for the past 3 years, it's only $2,000, which is nothing. Shit, I made $2,000 on Friday just with one stock. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you guys want to follow the S&P 500 itself, you guys are more than welcome. But at the same time, the S&P 500 can only give you from 8 to 12% every 12 months. With the stocks that I play, look at this: 35% in one day, 21% in one day, 18% in one day. But overall, let me just refresh this.
What? You got
Yeah.
behind the fan. It's right there behind the fan. You got one
Yo,
over here.
yo, you guys
No.
good?
Yeah.
So overall, so that's pretty much what I do. So now what I trade is mid cap stocks. It's nothing. Once again, it's not forex. It's not crypto. None of that. And I'm pretty sure Fabricio, you're familiar with forex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So one thing that I can tell you is that when it comes to the grabs, when it comes to all of that, bro, everything is the same as forex. But now the back end system, when you're gonna enter your positions, when you're gonna exit, is a little bit different, and that's why this is actually a little bit more safe than forex. It's still risky. I'm not saying that it's not, but it's a little bit safe. Now the reason why I'm telling you is because look at this. So there's a whole equation that I take every time before I enter the stock market, and the equation itself is going to be that I'm only risking 0.5% of my account every time I go into a trade, meaning that if my total account is worth $40,000, I'm only able to risk zero point 0.5, meaning 0.05%, meaning that I'm only able to lose $200 per trade, which is fucking nothing. And if you do the math, it's gonna take you more than 500 trades for you to lose your whole account if you lose every single one of them, which that's never gonna happen. So you're only gonna be able to risk 0.5% per trade. So in my case, every time I lose, I only lose $200. But every time I win, I'm winning $1,500 plus. Who knows? Sometimes even $4,000, and that right there is like way better than just losing 200. So I don't care about losing because I'm only losing $200 so far. As of right now, is everyone on point? Everyone got any questions?
Now we good. Nah. Yo,
Brian, you
Brian.
good? Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna join through my
Yeah, I'm good.
computer.
Okay. Oh, good.
All right, we're gonna leave the call for like 2 seconds.
Okay. Yo, Brian, do you have any questions? I
I
know.
mean, yeah, I'm good. I understand everything.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just making sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so no questions at all so far?
Nah.
Okay, perfect. So once again, so does that make sense that if you only risk 0.5% of your account per trade, at that point you're never gonna be able to lose because that's everything what that's exactly what I'm doing on a daily basis. I'm only risking 0.5% per account, and I can show you. Look, so if I lose, I'm only losing $200. So look, for example, F4M, I'm only risking $4,000. That at the end of the day, my stop loss is at just $200 loss, which for me it's nothing. And at the same time, well, I'm gonna get into the grabs, but F4M and GH and GRAL, all of them were 20 to 1 RR. I'll show you how and I'll show you why. But now let's go and get into no, that's forms. Fuck. Oh, okay, my bad. Let's get back into the trade. So, let's get started with FORM. Let's start with FORM. So, you guys look at this. Can you see this? Hello.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, Kenny, are you there?
Yeah, we can
Okay,
see it.
okay, but so this right here is gonna be a 20 to 1 stock that I got, and I was actually able to make 50% in one day. I put in $4,000. I made $2,000 under 24 hours because I went in on this day. The next day, when the stock market opened up, I made a 20 to 1. Now, a few reasons why I entered this stock and how my strategy works. It's not the same strategy as you guys see all these fucking traders and all of this. Just supply and demand. When the fucking line crosses the line on top, you're supposed to enter. When we break the structure, this and that order block. Fuck that. I don't even look at the news. I swear to God, like. I don't even know what the fuck these stocks do for a living. I honestly don't. I don't know if it's part of a solar company. I don't know if it's part of anything at all. I just know that it's I got my play. It's setting up good. I must enter. That's everything that I know. But in order for you guys to understand this, I'm gonna go into. Let me just delete this, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Exactly what I've seen. How can I move this over there? Okay, perfect. Create new set. Fuck it. Let's call it K. Now look, so my criteria for me to go into a stock before anything, I trade on the daily time frame. This right here is going to be the daily time frame, and I take my position on the 1 minute time frame, of course. So I have the daily on the left and the 1 minute on the right. Now, before I go into a stock, I want to make sure a few things go on, a few requirements. First things first, I want to make sure that the stock is actually on a bullish momentum, is actually trending up. A lot of people tend to buy the dips on stock, which that's fucking dumb. It's fucking stupid. You guys shouldn't be doing that because you the stock's already trending down. The fact of the matter that you're gonna catch the bottom, it's probably 0%, 0% that you're probably gonna do it. So in essence, you want to ride the momentum. You don't want to predict the momentum. Now, what that means is that this stock right here was already trending up. So that's my first requirement. I want to see a stock that's already moving up. That's gonna be my first requirement. And stocks don't usually move up in a straight line like this, as you guys can see. Stocks move up in a intervals of patterns. So it goes up, moves down. It moves up, moves down. And it keeps going up and up again until it keeps moving up. And a lot of people are going to tell you, oh, the stock already moved 10, 20, 30% under 3 days. There's no way that it's going to keep on going, moving up. The core reality is that it won't keep on moving up for an extra 200% if it wants to, as long as we have buyers in the stock. And that's where you're also gonna have to set up your stop loss just in case if we do not have buyers. Then at that point, of course, you're gonna get stopped out. So my first requirement is that the stock moved up tremendously for the past few days. Second requirement is gonna be that the SMAs are stacked up in numerical order. Now, do you guys know what are SMAs? Yes or no?
I don't.
Okay,
Now we
okay, Fabrizio, do you know what are SMAs?
nah.
Okay, so I can put it in simple terminology. SMAs are gonna be just just lines depending on the number that you pick. For example, this line right here is a 10 simple moving average, meaning that this line is going to take the past 10 days. By the way, these are just daily candles, as I already explained on daily time frame. This right here is going to take the last 10 days or the last 10 candlesticks, and it's going to divide them by 10. Well, it's going to sum it up and divide it by 10. And then the number that it gives is where it's going to stay at. So it's the same thing with this one. 21 is going to take the last 21 candles, is going to sum it up, is going to divide it by 21, and whatever the price it gives it is going to go to. Same thing with this one, same thing with this one. I mean, you don't really got to know about the math too much. All you guys got to know is that this right here are, if all of this are stacked up as such, the 10, 21, the 50, and the 200, all it means is that we are in a bullish momentum. That is it. That's everything that you guys need to know. So the 10, 21, 15, 200 got to be stacked up in numerical order so you guys know it's in the bullish momentum and it's going up. Because you guys could see opportunities where the stock is actually moving up, but all of these are all over the place. And I'll go ahead and show you guys that up because you guys can actually encounter that position. And at that point, the trade is invalid. So first requirement, the stock has to be on a bullish momentum, has to be in an uptrend, has to be going up. Second requirement is going to be that the SMAs, the 10, 21, 15, 200, got to be stacked up one on top of each other. As such, now that we have those two requirements, okay, now we're 2 out of 3, we're fine. The last requirement is going to be some volume. Now, what we want to see is that once the stock has moved up in a tremendous manner, such as this one, as you guys can see, we've seen the top right here. Now, what we want to see, what we want to make sure is that the stock actually comes back down to the 10 SMA. So as you guys can see right here, kind of like cools down for a second. Because remember, guys, stock don't typically just move up in a straight line. It goes up, kind of comes down, it keeps moving up. So we're gonna catch it as it comes down. So the stock is gonna come down to the 10 SMA, and that's where we enter. However, just because it touches the 10 SMA doesn't mean that we gotta enter. When we're gonna enter is when we see volume. And I'm gonna show you exactly what that means. So I was looking at this stock for the past week and a half, and I couldn't find my entry until this day came around. So now, can you guys tell me why I enter on this day? Anyone? Any guesses?
Wait, what was the question?
Can you guys tell me why I enter on this day?
On that day?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, look. So I entered because we had a shit ton of volume on that day. So once we have a shit ton of mind you, I've been looking at this stock for the past week and a half, and we didn't have any type of volume. On this day, we had this amount of volume, and I said, "Fuck it," I enter. And the exact price that I enter was as soon as we broke this resistance line, the structure right here. Now, this last thing, the structure that I'm talking about, you guys can have it, you guys cannot have it. It doesn't really matter. In this case, we had it, so it's a bonus. So as soon as I seen that we broke the structure, we bounced on the 10 SMA, and we had a bunch of volume. Fuck my bad, it's fucking cold. At that point, I entered the same exact day. So let me go and show it to you guys. The same day that I entered. As soon as market opened, I entered. Fuck. Is it? No, it's not this one. Where is it? Okay, right here. Okay, easy. So as soon as market opened and we broke that is the structure pretty much 44.25. As soon as we broke it, I enter with my stop loss at the end of the day. And as you guys can see it, we never came down to the stop loss. As a matter of fact, we were just shooting up the whole day. So the whole day, I think we went for a good 12% move. Um, let me see. How can I? Oh, right here. The whole day we went up for a good 8% move, which well pretty much 9%, which is fucking insane. Motherfuckers just make 9% on the S&P 500 average after 12 months. I made that in a day. Now, and that's not even it. After that, the stock market closed, and then I was able to make an extra 30% overnight. Because look, from the moment we closed all the way to the moment we were open, My bad. I was able to make an extra 15%, and then the next day I was able to make an extra 15%, which is 30%, and that's how we came out to be on. No, that's not it. On this 20 to 1 risk to reward, as you guys can see it. Let me just put it in perspective so you guys can see it. And I mean, where's it at? There you go. So we never came back down to the stop loss, as you guys can see, and this shit just fucking went up like crazy, and it's still going up. I still got like $4,000 in. That means that if we go up an extra 20%, that's gonna be a 40 to 1 move, which is nuts. And once again, let me just show you the graph so you guys can see it. It's right here. Boom, boom. We got FRM. There you go. An extra $4,000, and we're up 21%. We're up at 40 on I think it was Thursday, but Friday we moved down a little bit. And mind you guys can actually look it up. Charles Schwab. There's no way, zero way that you guys can actually open up a trading account with Trader Schwab. So all of this is live. Everything is live, and you guys can pretty much double verify that. Charles Schwab is one of the trusted firms that you guys can possibly enter. So that's that one. So far, are you guys understanding everything, or you guys want me to elaborate a little bit more before I jump into the next stock?
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
What exactly?
Um, like the ending.
What part of the ending?
Like, what caused you to enter? Like, aside from like the volume,
Okay,
that you
yeah.
saw, is there extra confirmations you looked at, like at the actual candlesticks, or was there like news you knew?
No, bro. So in reality, I do not look at the news, bro. I can care less about the news. I swear to God, news don't play any type of consideration here at all. Like news, like they don't serve any type of purpose. And the reason why I'm telling you is because these are mid cap stocks. Mid cap move a little bit different than your blue chip stocks. You're talking about Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, all of that. This right here moved depending on the amount of buyers and depending on the amount of investors that this set companies have. Now, when this stocks moves, depending on news, yeah, they could move up and down depending on news. But in reality, I really don't care about the news at all because, in essence, what I'm looking at is the amount of volume that we have. But I can just point you down exactly on how I was able to enter, and I got the other one so I can show you guys. Give me a second. Let me just delete all of this. Um, delete. Where the fuck? Okay, that's it. Okay, look. So before anything, I'm gonna run you down through to the three requirements that I always look for. First requirement is gonna be I want to make sure that the stock itself is trending on a bullish momentum, such as this one. Okay, boom, we're trading on the bullish momentum. I was looking at this stock even here, but I couldn't find my entry, so I didn't enter. So once we have moved up on the bullish momentum, what I want to see is the next requirement is going to be for all the SMAs to be stacked up on top of each other. You got the 10 SMA, 21, 50, and 200. All you guys got to do so you can guys have this graph on your trading firms is going to be just adding the simple moving averages, and you're going to add four of them, which is going to be, once again, the 10, 21, 15, 200. After that, you guys are going to be able to see it, and you're always going to be trading on the daily time frame. Once you guys see that all these SMAs are on top of each other, that just means that we are in a bullish momentum, and that right there is going to be the second requirement that we want to see for us to have on the stock market. Now that that's that out of the way, now what we want to see is we want to see a retracement from the stock itself to the 10 SMA, sometimes 21, but I usually love to use the 10. If it comes down to the 21, I will take it, but 9 times out of 10 I'm taking it on the 10, because stocks don't typically move like this on a straight line. They move up, they come down. They move up, they come down. So what we want to do is we want to catch it as it's coming down, and then we want to ride the momentum forward. However, how can we catch it as it's coming down? Simple. We want to catch it when it comes down to the 10, and we want to see the volume is coming in. So as you guys can see right here, we touch the 10. Let me actually make this a little bit bigger. As you guys can see right here, we touch the 10, we touch the 10, we touch the 10, we touch the 10. None of these candles have any type of volume until this candle right here. We actually had like a tremendous amount of volume, as you guys can see. on this day, and this day was when I enter because of the volume. And now another thing why I was able to enter is another requirement that gave me more conviction. Once again, you guys do not gotta have this requirement, but if you guys do have it, it's even better. Is that we rejected this price zone at 44.34 once, maybe twice, and the third time, which it was like as soon as the market opens at 9:30 a.m. every morning. I think this was Wednesday. As soon as we opened, or Thursday, I cannot remember. I think it was Wednesday. As soon as we opened, we immediately broke it, and the volume was just crazy. I automatically knew that I had to enter. I even have a YouTube video. I'm actually gonna put my YouTube video right here, just so you guys can see exactly when I enter. As soon as we opened, the volume was crazy, as you guys can see. And then at that point, I said, fuck it. So on the same day that we opened, I put my stop loss at the low of day. And then if we touch the low of day, we touch the low of day. If we don't touch it, we don't touch it. I really don't give a fuck because my my emotions are not attached to the money at this point. I only see percentages. So what we did on this day, once again, it was roughly around 8%. And then the next morning, we went up all the way to 40%. And when the market closed on Friday, we came down all the way to 20%, which that's exactly where I'm at right now. So, does that answer your question, Fabrizio? If not, just
Yeah.
just no. If not, just let me know. I can easily just give you another example, bro. Because I got plenty of them.
No, yeah, makes sense.
Gotcha. What about for you, Brian and Kenny?
Nah, yeah, awesome. It makes sense.
Yeah. What about for you, Kenny? I mean, Brian.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just have a question though. Do you hold trades for like days, or you just go in and out during the day?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. That's a really good question. I forgot to tell you. So, look at this. So I hold days, and the reason why I hold for days is because all of these stocks they can easily. So before anything, my strategy is a 30% profitable strategy, meaning that out of 10 trades, I only win 3 of them, and the 7 of them I lose. Every single one of them that I'll say 30 to 40%. Every single one of them that I lose $200, and every single one of them that I win $2,000 plus. So in essence, this stocks right here can shoot all the way to, as you guys can see, 80%. This can shoot all the way to 100%. This can shoot all the way to 35%. In matters of a day, it doesn't really matter. So just because you see a trade move up 40% doesn't mean that you're going to take profits. Now, I have a simple strategy when it comes to taking profits. My first take profit is at 20%, which I trim 30% of the whole position. Then at 30%, I trim another 30. At 40%, I trim another 30. 50%, I trim another 30, and it goes in increments of 10%. After that, 60%, I trim another 30 until I have zero. One good example, I'll show it to you, bro. You guys are not gonna believe me. I actually made 200% on this stock for in just 2 weeks. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh fuck, I still have everything. Thank God I have everything still. So every single line that you guys see is when I took profit. So look, this was when I took profits at 63%, and when I took profits at 75%. As in right now, it's kind of like I got stopped out on this day. So I caught my loss. I mean, I didn't call my losses, but I just pretty much sold everything that I had on this day because we pretty much closed under the 10 SMA. That's the only thing that I needed to tell you guys. Once we close under the 10 SMA, that means that the trade is invalid, that you should automatically close it, because then after that you guys can see we just go down. Like you don't even know, this shit can even go down all the way to zero. So on this trade right here, like let me show you. This is like a fuck, I don't even know, like a 201 trade that I took. You guys can see my stop loss right here, but I'm not even making this up. Look, I'm actually gonna show you my exact entry point on my brokers as well. Look, this was my stop loss. My stop loss was a 1664. I entered a 1774. And the same day, I think I made 10%. Let's see. The same day, I made 13%. And then after that, I just kept on flying. And let's see. And as you guys can see, I'll run you down. I'll run you down through this trade, but let me just show you something. Yeah, I entered back in September 12th, and I exit everything completely on October 17th. That's when pretty much the trade became invalid. But ever since then, I was taking profits. I was taking profits at 50%. I was taking profits at 40%. I was taking profits at 30%. So in essence, I definitely locked in all of my profits on this one. But let me just erase everything so you guys can see it. Create a new one. Let's just call it P. Fuck it, pushing P. So for this trade, the one thing that I was looking at, it was the same thing. Now, can you guys tell me what's the first requirement for the trade? If you guys remember, it was that day. Anyone?
You gotta have your lines touching, like the EMAs or the SMA.
What do you mean by touching?
Like they gotta have like a, what would you say, like a 10, what is it called? Like they gotta be like near each other, no?
Um, I kind of know what you're talking about, but not really. They don't got to be near each other. They don't got to be touching. What they got to be doing is they got to be stuck up one on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay, look. So this right here is exactly what I seen. Like this right here. This right here was exactly what I seen on that particular day. It raised this candle because this candle was when it opened. But what I seen was that this stock first requirement, remember, is that the stock has to be in a bullish momentum, has to be trending up. As you guys can see, this one's trending up, and stocks don't typically go up. Once again, it goes in increments, up, down, up, down. So what I want to make sure that I want to catch it as soon as it goes down, right? So I remember looking at this stock right here, and I remember when he came down all the way to the in this case is gonna be the 50 SMA, which at this point I was thinking that the trade was gonna be invalid because I want to make sure that it comes down at least to the 10 SMA. This one came down to the 50, and then we had a volume the next day. I was planning on entering this day, but due to the fact that the SMAs, you guys can see it's all over the place. It's not like in order. It's not like 21, my bad, 9, 21, 15, 200. It's all over the place. So I didn't enter on this day, even though this day could have been a perfect entry. As you guys can see, we had a shit ton of volume and everything. What the day that I entered was on this day right here. Because look at this volume. This volume now, it's actually like you guys cannot see that this volume is not gonna take it all the way to the top. So this day right here was on this day. So what I seen, it was that the stock was trending up. The EMAs at this point are actually a little bit better. You got the 10, you got the 21, you got the 50, and you got the 200. They're all in numerical order. They're not all over the place. Out here, they're a little bit all over the place. You got the 21, 10. I really don't like it. And plus volume, you got some of it, but not really. But now on this day, when I took it, I seen that there was a lot of volume. EMAs are stocked up exactly how I wanted them. The trade itself is going up, so I guess I said, okay, you know what, I'm going in. And the last thing that gave me full confidence for me to go in, it was that this right here. Once again, you guys do not have to have this, but if you guys see it and you guys have it in your trade, it's even better. Well, the last thing that I seen, it was right here. It was that we were breaking this structure. So for the past week, we could have maybe 2 weeks. At 1736, we were always rejecting every time we would touch it. So you guys can see right here, we were rejecting on this day, we rejected on this day, and we also rejected it on this day. And that happened every time we came to this price line. Now, as soon as we touched and we broke this day, as you guys can see, we broke it with a shit ton of volume. I said, okay, this is my time to go in. And plus, I had all of my requirements set in place. It was a no-brainer for me. I think I went in with $5,000. I wish I could have gone in with a little bit more, but I couldn't because my stop loss only allows me to lose $200. If I would have gone in with a little bit more, that means that I'm losing more than 200. I'm breaking my rules, and that's not what I want. So in this day, what I did, I said, fuck it. I'm going in. I put the stop loss all the way at the end of the day, as you guys can see right here. Let me just put it like this. This right here is my stop loss. This. So in essence, my stop loss, it was all the way from 17 to 6. It's just like a dollar stop loss, and that's the $200 that I'm talking about. But my win on this stock was, so I don't know, maybe like a 70, 100 to 1. Just look at this. And that's what I'm telling you. I don't care if my trades are only a 30, 40% profitable. Bro, you're never going to be able to catch this trade right here. And just with shares, only risking $200. That's what I do on a daily basis. So let me just make sure, boom. activate. Uh, Now let me move in into. So, does this make sense for you guys?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, gotcha. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, do you guys can see like how I was able to enter, why I enter, what type of confirmations I was looking at, and everything? Do you guys have any questions on this?
Nah,
No, we're good.
Good. What about you, Brian?
Yeah, I'm good too.
Okay, bet. Now that we have that out of the way, let me just show you another one. Oh, actually, my bad. Let me go back into this. This was actually my graph when I was trading. So my graph, as you guys can see, so right here it says 75%. The reason why it says 75% is because I added more. When we came back right here on October 1st, I added an extra $3,000 because we had a little bit more volume compared to the other days. So I added a little bit more here with my stop being all the way at the bottom, and that's why it went. I think at this point I was already up 100 and something percent. So at this point, I think it was like 20% that I was up. So it was something like that. Then once we reached the top, that's why it says 75%. But all in all, let me double confirm how much money or what percentage I gained on this one. On this one, I gained 200 and almost 240% just on this trade in a month. Now, one thing that you also got to know is going to be how to enter a trade. And this right here is what I use every time I enter a trade. It's going to be a calculator. Once again, with the calculator itself, you everything is a formula, everything is an equation, so you guys cannot lose your money. Why am I telling you this? Is because a lot of guys, whenever they start with the stock market, they think that, oh, if I just put more money, I'm gonna be able to make more money. Which in reality that makes sense, but in practicality, that doesn't stand a chance whenever you lose money. So if you put more money and you lose all of that money at that point, that's exactly how you're gonna blow up your account, and that's exactly how 99% of traders are not profitable. And this is exactly, I'm telling you right now, this right here is what's gonna make you profitable is having a calculation of how much money you're gonna lose and how much money you're gonna make every time you're gonna go in and how much money you can allocate per trade. So I follow this calculation every time I enter a trade, every single time. So per essence, if my calculator is only telling me that I'm only able to enter with $500, I only enter with 500. If it tells me that I'm only able to enter with 1,000, I only enter with 1,000. If it tells me that only able to enter with 10,000, I enter with 10,000, such as this one. I think that right here, Nvidia, I enter with 10,000 because it told me that I need to enter with 10,000. I said, fuck it. You got GH. I enter with 6,000. I already pretty much uh, trimmed like 50% of it. Form, I entered with like 7,000. There was one, I was BTSG, I entered with 10,000, but my second entry, I got stopped out, so I only got 6,000. So, but there's some of them that only allowed me to enter less than that. So for this one, I only entered 3,000 because based on the calculation, it said that I'm only able to enter with that amount because with that amount, I'll be able to lose only $200. So that's the thing. So I want you guys to pay attention when it comes to this calculation because I'm telling you, this is what's going to make you profitable. And this right here is exactly what made me profitable as well. So, you guys can use this calculator. You guys can use another calculator. It doesn't really matter as long as you know how much money you're entering. So, in essence, account balance. In my sense, my account balance. Fuck it. Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about, let's say, one of you guys' account. Let's say you guys got $10,000. Let's say that your account is sitting at, that's 100,000. Let's say that your account is sitting at $10,000. You we're only gonna be risking 0.5% per trade, meaning that every time we lose, we're only gonna be losing this amount. Now, let's say an entry. Let's fucking take this entry for example. Let's replicate this entry so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Mm. Okay, there you go. So we're entering at 17.4, and the stop's gonna be at 1662. Okay, so 17.4. Let's do 17.4 times It was 16.62, which is gonna be your stop loss. Now all you guys gotta do is just press calculate, and depending on this calculator, if you guys if your account size is only 10,000, you're only allowed to enter this trade with no more than $598, pretty much 55 shares. So as soon as you have this calculation, all you guys got to do, go to your broker, buy 55 shares of this, and your risk that you're allowed to take on this trade is gonna be $50 if your account is sitting at 10,000, which is nothing compared to 10,000. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. With this calculation, you guys will never blow up your account. So $50, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's everything that guys gonna be able to lose. So now let's do the math real quick. So with 55 shares, let's say that you guys actually did buy this stock right here, the set price with the amount of money that you guys have and with the current account balance. So let's say you guys bought 55 times 17, that's 900. Okay, so $950 times 200. Let's do 250%, which is exactly how much money I made. You guys could have made $14,000 in 1 month trading this stock right here, only risking $50. Actually, wait, my bad, my bad. That's not the proper math. I knew something was bad. I added an extra digit. So $950 times 250%. You guys would have, just in one trade, you guys would have able to made $2,375, only risking 50%. I mean $50. And this right here was gonna be your $50 of risk, and the other amount was gonna be how much money you were gonna be able to take profit. So you guys can only imagine how much money I made. I actually don't keep count because I just look at percentages. Whenever a stock hits my percentage, I just start trimming. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So that right there is gonna be your stop loss, and this right here is how much money you guys were able to make. Another stock that I made a shit ton of money is Iron. Let's see. I think I still have everything on Iron default. There you go. You guys can see it. Let's see. So this stock I made. By the way, every single line that you guys see is when I took profits. So I just put it there because I trade a shit ton of stocks and I don't want to be confused. But I enter on this day. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Let me just delete everything so you guys can have a proper understanding. Okay, perfect. So when I enter this trade, once again, I'm gonna do it one more time so you guys can comprehend the whole situation. Ah, fuck. Now, when I entered this trade, I was exactly right here this day. This. So, can anyone tell me what's the first requirement just to see if you guys are paying attention?
Wait, can you repeat it?
Can anyone tell me what's gonna be the first requirement just so I can see if you guys are paying attention?
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot.
Okay,
To
what
have
about
the three lines lined up on top of each other, the yellow, blue, and red.
you said what?
To have like the three lines on top of each other.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely one of them. And as you guys can see right here, we actually have all of those lines on top of each other. So I entered this day. You guys have the 10, 21, 15, 200. So that's a good one. What's gonna be the second requirement? Do you guys remember?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. So before anything, we want to make sure that a stock is trending towards the upside. So you guys can see right here, this stock is trading upwards. That's exactly what we want. Second thing, the lines are on top of each other, the 9, 21, 50, and 200. Once again, you guys do not need to understand how this works. All you guys got to know is that all of these lines got to be on top of each other. Now, when I took this trade, I already seen that it was on an uptrend. All I wanted to know and all I wanted to see was a quick and a slide kind of like pullback towards the 9 SMA, my bad, the 10 SMA. Once we had a quick pull down, as you guys can see, Uh, Another thing is that volume itself started to dry out, started to come down. And this day, as you guys can see, on this day, volume for some reason just went up like crazy. So that's exactly what my indication for me to go all in. Now, as soon as I seen this volume, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go in." And when I went in, is I also waited for a slight break of structure on this day right here at 30.01. Now, once we broke it, I went in and I put my stop loss at the bottom of the day, which in this case is going to be this right here was my stop loss. Back then, I think my account was worth only $29,000 on September 3. So I think I was only able to lose $150, something like that. But nonetheless, that right there was gonna be my stop. But look at this. That's my stop, and look at my reward. Just look at this. Now, yo, Fabricio,
Yep.
yo. So you know about risk to reward. You know about ratios and everything, because you're trading forex, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about this right here? Is it a little bit better? Is it worse? What do you think about it? Tell me.
I don't know. Like it's kind of sketchy because like from like my trading plan or what I know is I have to have like different confirmations and like this is a whole different strategy. So they just like cross paths and it just like
How many confirmations you need to have? I want to know that.
and it's I have to it has to be touching area of interest, shift of structure, retest that area of interest, show bearish signals and a bearish entry, and then that's it.
Bro, to be honest, bro, you can go into the most profitable traders, and trust me when I tell you this, all of them have a simple strategy. And once again, this right here is trades that I have done in the past, and I'm actually showing you pretty much lifetime according to my account. This is exactly what I took and exactly what got me here. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like I'm telling you, the simpler your trading strategy is, the more money that you're gonna be able to make. I'm telling you that, bro, because bro. Kenny can tell you this. I've been trading for the past 5 years since 2020. 4 of those years, I've been unprofitable. I have lost over $150,000 of my loss on my own money. I have paid over $20 to $30,000 on mentorships when none of them helped me out. um, and the one thing that I can tell you that actually turned me into a profitable trader is actually putting everything into a simple stages and actually verifying how much money I'm gonna lose and how much money I'm gonna win, which is so simple. I know it's, bro. I'm telling you that the fact that a lot of people put a lot of work into it kind of like doesn't make sense because a lot of people think, oh, I'm putting a lot of work into it. That means that I gotta have a bunch of a bunch of different signals, a bunch of different strategies, a bunch of other different things that are gonna tell me that this is gonna go up for me to actually make money. Because there's no way I put a lot of work and effort into it. That means that definitely this shit has to be hard, and I gotta make it pretty much a tough situation for me to make money because I put a lot of money, time, and effort, which that doesn't make sense, bro. Trust me, I've been able to be profitable for the past 12 months with this simple strategy. And I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You see all the profitable traders, all of them are doing the same thing. Just simple strategy, and that's what works the best.
No, yeah, I feel you. But like, I mean, personally, I feel like my strategy, there's not too much to it. It's just it's like the more confirmations, the better, and then the trade does end up working out.
Are you
I mean,
profitable?
on what is it called? Like on the paper accounts that I did before, I was trying to do what is it called? Like
Yeah, but
funded.
you got to
Yeah,
realize that paper accounts, bro, they don't mean anything because you don't have money attached to it and you do not have any type of emotions attached to your money, meaning that it could go 7,000%. You really don't care because at the end of the day, that money is not going to be going into your bank account. So there's no type of sentiment or no type of emotion attached to the money. Now, if you once you see that first paycheck going into your bank account, or once you see that money starting to feel real, perhaps you buy some food, perhaps you buy I don't know a ticket to fucking Miami or anything. At that point, you're gonna start to feel that that money is real. So paper trading, bro. I did paper trading for 6 months. I was profitable as fuck. because I just let the trades ride, and I was disciplined because in essence I didn't have any singular emotion towards the money. Once I switch to a live account, but it's a completely different story. Once the trade goes up 10%, I was already taking profit. When in reality, you should just let the trades just move itself and do what it wants to do, bro. Because the trade can move up 7,000%, but if you cut your trade at 10%, bro, you just lost a shit ton of money. I'm telling you that from experience.
No, yeah, I know. Like I already been through that phase of like where money, like I don't have any emotions even on like trying to get like funded at all. Cause like still even to get funded, I still have to pay like 300, $500 for the account. And I've already been trying like with like past like I would try to get an 100K account. I had to pay 700 for that, and I lost that shit equally. I was like literally $50 away from passing it, and I took this one trade that I did for an extra confirmation, and it ended up losing, and then just went down from there.
Yo, I can tell you this once again. If you give this a try, I would say just for a month or two, trust me, bro, you're never gonna be able to go back. And that's the thing. It took me years for me to actually become profitable, and this is what turned me into actually making money. And these are shares. These are not options. These are not like none of that. This is whatever you put in. This is exactly whatever you're gonna be able to make out at the end. Because with options, I don't know if you ever traded options. With options, you can make more money, yes. But bro, option there's a bunch of fees with options. If the trade itself doesn't move in your favor, every day they take out a certain amount of dollars, whether that's $50, whether that's $60, whether that's $10. Every day they're gonna be charging you that amount. So options are a little bit risky. Shares is actually one of the best things that I could have ever done, and this is exactly what I'm doing, bro.
No, yeah, I see.
Yeah, but in essence, when it comes to risk to reward, when it comes to all of this, what do you think about just this simple fact of I was able to just risk, let's say, a $10,000 account, which is probably what you're gonna have. Let's say you're gonna be able to risk $50 to make $3,000. What do you think about it?
I mean, it's a good ROI, to be honest. Like it's like it's skyrocketed, kind of like it's.
Yeah, yeah. Kenny, what about you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of confused on everything
Why?
because it's my first day.
Okay, now I got you. We can rerun it. What about you, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I get most of it. Just have a question though.
Yeah.
So, like, with the money that you enter, though, is there like a minimum limit that you can enter with, or is it just dependent on the calculations that you do?
There's no minimum, there's no maximum. It all depends on your account size. If your account size is 30,000, you got to do the calculation, then you can enter. One thing that I can tell you is that there is a requirement, and is if you do not have more than $25,000 on that trading account, they're gonna flag you as a day trader, meaning that they only allow you to make 3 trades per week, which is fucking dumb. My bad. My cat is here. What happened? What happened? Come here. Yeah, they're only gonna allow you to trade 3 times per week. That's because your account is under $25,000. But once you actually make more than $25,000, you can even make 7,000 trades in one day. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. But trust me, bro. Once you get funded, bro, you can easily just put 25,000, or even better, 30,000.
Okay, so I have to start with 25,000 then to
Now,
get
if
into the
you
market.
won, because I have another student that he started with 10,000, and he's only allowed to make 3 trades per week. He's still making money. On Friday, he took this trade with me. Now the other one, GRAL and Form, he took it with me, and he made $1,200 on Friday alone. So and that's with his account, and he's only allowed to place 3 trades a week. So it all depends on which ones you're taking. And if you want to make sure that the odds are in your favor, you got to make sure that your trading account is more than 25,000.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I gotta get that funding, the 50K funding as soon as possible, bro.
Mm-hmm.
again the market.
Yeah, Kenny. So what was it that you don't understand?
Basically like everything. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. How come? So pinpoint something to me just so I can go over it.
Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just I don't know.
Okay, look. Okay, look. So let me go into another one that I made. This one, I'm not gonna lie. This one didn't make a lot of money, which I'm not gonna. I still made a shit ton of money, but it's not a lot compared to the other ones. This trade was only a, as you guys can see, I have everything. Let me see the way. There you go. Yeah, I only took. I think I only took 30% of a move or 50%, which is not a lot because usually I take like 60, 70, 100% trades. But let me delete all of this. Um, create a new one. Let's create an F. Okay, look. Before anything, let me know. Let me see how much money I was able to make on this one. I entered this day. I was able to make, oh, not a lot. I was able to make just 30%. Okay, look. So, Kenny. So first things first. What are we looking for on a trade for us to enter?
We're looking for the lines to overlap.
Now we're not looking for anything to overlap.
Um, I don't know then.
Okay, look. So first of all, the stock itself has to be on a what?
On a bullish going up, right?
Yeah, correct. It has to be moving up on a bullish momentum. Now, Kenny, for you to understand this, look, stocks don't typically move up like this. They move up, they come down, up, they come down. Now, why is this important? Is because we want to catch it when it comes down back to the 10. In this case, I caught this movement right here. I was able to cut it. It was this day. The reason why I'm gonna show you. So I was looking at this stock for the past week. I wasn't able to get an entry. I missed this opportunity. I said fuck it. So now I seen that the stock moved up. Now I was waiting for it to come back down. It came back down. I should have taken on this day because there was a little bit of volume, but I said fuck it. I missed it. But I was able to grab it on this day. Why? Because once again, it touched the 10 SMA and we're in the daily time frame. Every single stick that you see here, they represent one day. They're on the daily time frame. Now, once you see this daily time frame right here, I mean, once you see this candlestick, I see that this candlestick we had a little bit more volume than usual. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go in." Now, I didn't go in with a lot of money. I think I went in with $2,000. Fuck, my bad. Um, because of the volume that we had, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go in," and we actually went in with the stop loss being at the low of day, which is that right there is gonna be the low of day. So now this right here is my stop loss, which I'm not gonna lie is actually somewhat of a big stop loss, but still I never got stopped out regardless. So now, Kenny, so far, can you tell me were gonna be the two requirements for me to enter? Yo, Kenny, can you hear me? Kenny. Ah, this shit fucking stopped. No, we just gotta wait for them to join. I really don't know what happened. Yo, so we're just waiting for Kenny. Let me text him right now. Okay, bro. So how do you feel about the whole thing so far?
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. I feel like I'm getting it, like especially the first part. But then I just need like more practice to like memorize every step and and get better with like learning and everything. Just like with practice, with more practice. But like how to enter and all that, like I feel like I'm getting it.
Okay, perfect, perfect. I mean, that's everything that you need to know. And once you have your money, bro, we can easily just send it. But let's just wait for Kenny. Let's see.
Do you trade like every day? Like you go in the market every day
Oh yeah, I trade every single day, bro.
in the morning?
Yeah, for like at least 10 days. Yeah, I mean for at least 10 minutes. Let me see.
Mm.
Are they gonna join? Let's give them like a good 5 minutes. If they don't join, it's fine. Hmm.
Is that your brother or cousin? Okay, like family member? Because you have the same last name.
Yeah, Kenny is my brother, and the other one is just Kenny's friends.
Oh shit, yeah, because you have like the Sukulanda last name. Fire.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. If they don't join in the next 2 minutes, we're just gonna send it ourselves. It's fine. Um, but so far, bro, the whole thing itself, does it make sense, or you tell me if there's anything that I need to elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, I make like I said, like the first part makes sense. Like how you have to see if it's a bullish market that's going up, and then see if the three lines are on top of each other, so we can enter. But then like setting up the calculations with like the money you gotta enter with, and like the stop and stop loss and the take profit. That's where I need more practice and like more explanation or like more knowledge on that.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Don't worry, because once again, it's that's simple. For me, it was kind of like the same thing, but trust me, it took me like less than a day for me to actually get it. Once I feel like you just need a little bit more practice. Once you have that practice, bro, it's gonna be over. And also, one last thing is gonna be that, bro. Trust me when I tell you this. The reason why I do not just accept anyone just like that is because, bro, it took me years for me to become profitable, and a lot of people don't see the value in this, and a lot of people are like, oh no, this is good but not good. And the other day I'm like, okay, bro, I'm giving you something that's making money. What do you mean that this is not gonna be able to help you out? No,
Right. Yeah, it's like a skill.
it is a skill, and that's the thing. I'm also gonna be next to you, pretty much one-on-one training with you every morning, no matter what. So that's me, bro.
Yeah, I feel like doing like going live and like like trading live or like learning live is gonna be like the best way for me to like learn and like memorize every step and everything. So that's what we're gonna be doing, right? Like trading every morning live,
Yeah,
going over together one on one.
yeah. Bro, they're not gonna join, and I have this shit going for like an hour. Oh, good. Then let me just stop this, and yeah, I mean, yeah, let me just stop this real quick. Uh,